preparing. Boom, this time it worked. Had to do it twice. Waiting for the YouTube window to pop up so I can go ahead and turn off the volume and keep this thing from creating an echo. And here we go. Boom, there we go. Folks, welcome. This is Kurt, your host of the Mañana morning check-in. And today is November 17th, 2020. Today is Tuesday. So yesterday was a Monday. I started the day with, let me grab it. Boom. Started the day with the 5-minute journal. The 5-minute journal has been my excuse to think of something positive in the morning and something positive at night. Just being honest with you guys, focus on positivity seems to be a landmark decision, at least for me. I had a couple of things going on. I had a company I was going to talk to yesterday about me possibly taking over some training duties with them. And that went extremely well. And then I had a meeting with a Patrick LaRouge. Patrick LaRouge is on the East Coast. He is a gentleman that coaches, works with people. And what he does is he helps people align their mind and their body in search of productivity, right? And so we recorded the podcast yesterday, so I still have a lot to edit down, and so I don't want to give away the podcast, right? Hence the big pause there. I don't want to give away the podcast. What I want to do is I want to tease you about it enough so that you really want to go and listen to it. And so let me phrase the way that I'm going to say things. Patrick has a really interesting way and a super dynamic personality of helping people identify kind of their root causes within them that prevent them from being fantastically productive, profitable, right? And so he's got that gift. There's a lot of alignment between what him and I discuss, and if you follow me, you'll see a lot of similarities in the messaging, but the application is different, right? For instance, I'm like a Marcus Lemonis type of guy. I can walk into a motorcycle dealership and go, "Oh wow, look at that, look at that, look at that." If we change the second thing, if we leave the first one alone, the third one alone, but change the second thing, I think we can increase this business by 7 to 12%, or we can increase this business by 23% or whatever. And Patrick has an interesting way of looking at an individual and saying, okay, well, here is, through these questions and through these performance KPIs, basically, we're going to help you identify some root causes for lack of productivity. And here's the funny part is we both have the same desire in mind. We're not looking to work with losers that need to get, to a C level, right? If you were to grade A, B, C, D, E, right? We're A, B, C, D, F, right? A, B, C, D, F. We're not looking to bring on a bunch of C players and try to make them C plus, right? What we want to do is we want to bring on a bunch of, A minus, maybe B plus players and get them to an A, right? Get them to an A plus. And so it was really interesting to have that conversation with him and enlightening. And right after doing the podcast with Stacey Rasky too. So I think the podcast with Stacey Rasky was phenomenal, right? And so, and again, not because of me, but because of the talent that I brought to the show, right? And so I'm on a streak. I had Andrew Eggleton, Stacey Rasky, and now I've got this Patrick LaRouge guy, and the energy and what people are sharing within the circle is it's kind of amazing to me. I think it's really, really, really fantastic. And so just want to bring that out to the forefront. Online today, I've been assisting people. Today's Canada's popular. So I help people with membership and learning platform decisions. And, usually when I sign on early in the morning, I'll get people from Europe, right? So Spain, France, the UK, Syria, India, Africa, places like that. And today was a little heavy on the UK, right? A little heavy on UK. But then I had a lot of folks from Canada today. So Canada apparently is active trying to build learning and membership websites, which is really, really cool, right? And so I'm working with that. And then I started a project. Oh gosh, it's been a couple of months. I started the project and I kind of put it on hold while I was doing some other things. But I was making Loom videos to show people step by step by step how I build these membership and learning sites. I did a full webinar on it, like a 2-hour webinar once, to show people, how I do a membership and learning site. And then I thought, well, I've got access to Buddy Boss. Why don't I do a project with Buddy Boss, Lifter LMS, and maybe throw in some Groundhog to show people how like building a sales funnel or something like that would work. And so I started putting those videos up in the hybrid speaker coach trainer network that is both on Facebook and LinkedIn. So if you go to the hybrid speaker coach trainer network, you'll see right now, I think I've put up 5 videos so far this morning, where I'm just tossing up the videos, right? They're just short little micro learnings. This is why you change the permalinks in the back end of your WordPress website. This is how you assign the URL in Bluehost so you can build the site. This is how you install WordPress, fresh. And I'm trying to make it plug and play. I'm trying to make it easy for folks to just go, oh man, because here's what I think happens. I think people like me, people like I don't want to name names because then people get upset, but I'll say me for sure, and other people in the IT, side of the industry, especially power users. They talk about software and they talk about installations and they talk about plugins, matter of fact, like, oh yeah, well, I just use this and this, and then I incorporate that, and then I tie these together with an API, and I use Zapier and WP Fusion, and people that are like a speaker or a coach, or people that are a teacher at a school somewhere, they don't know this terminology. They don't feel comfortable in this space. They just want a product, right? They just want to be able to put their course online and have students and get the information, right? And we do such a good job of making all these options available, but the more options we do, the more confusing we make it. And so I think we intimidate a lot of people from giving it a shot. And so what I wanted to do through this project was just really drive home how doable it is. Not easy, because nothing's really easy, right? But how doable it is, how straightforward it is. Do it in micro learning little bursts so you can follow along step by step and duplicate those efforts for yourself. And you know what? Then at the end of the day, if you go, man, this is still too confusing, or I don't want to be a web person, I just need a product that works, reach out to me, see what I can do for you. If I don't want to do the project, if for some reason there's a conflict or the project is too small for me, or the project is too big, right? Please know that I've got a network of people that I can refer you to, or I can subcontract, or whatever we need to do to get your project done and get it done affordably. So go ahead and reach out if that's something that you would like to do. Like I said, I've been helping out anyway. So if you go to the Hybrid Speaker Coach Trainer Network, you just search that out on Facebook or LinkedIn. You'll go to that page and you'll see my videos in there, and you can look at them and go, okay, that makes sense. I can do that. Or you might go, even if it makes sense, I don't want to do it. I'll just hire someone to do it. I can, sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is say no to yourself, right? And concentrate on that which you're more productive and more efficient and more profitable in. And then there's other people like me that are incredibly efficient and productive online. And then for me, that's what makes me profitable, right? Something that might take you 2 weeks might take me a day. In fact, I built a project over the weekend. I'm going to officially release it later, but it's it's part of the Power Sport Academy. We have a new product called the Power Sport Roundtable, and there's a new event coming. We're going to do it December 9th. So I guess this is kind of my announcement, right? But we're actually going to do a full social media release on this thing, and there's multiple people involved, multiple wheels in this cog, right? But to make the website, the Power Sport Roundtable, I threw that together over the weekend, and it's got a sales funnel, a CRM plugin, the ability for community. It's got a squeeze page that forces registration to an event, and I think it looks pretty good. And it's got a custom logo and all that stuff. And, I was able to leverage the tools that I know how to use, and I was able to build that super, super quick, right? And so to be able to put that together for my team of professionals, some power partners I have in the situation, to be able to build that so quickly and have it go up so quickly, and to make forward motion on something, is really pretty rewarding, right? But I do realize, because I showed it to a couple of people, they're like, you built this in how long? I don't want to tell you the hours because you probably wouldn't believe it if I told you how few hours it actually took to build it. But they were like, man, this would take me weeks, or this would take me a month. It would take you a month because you would want to research, what theme do I want to use? What colors do I want to focus on? How do I get a logo made? Who's going to make a logo for me? What format do I download the logo in? What size should it be? How do I optimize the speed of the website? What form should I use? And this goes on and on and on. And by the time you research and figure out all these things that you want to do, time has elapsed. Whereas because of my comfort and my repetition in this industry and building these types of products, I know exactly what form builder I want. I know exactly what theme I want to use. I know what font I want to have. And I know, based on my experience, what type of copywriting I want to use to influence others as they use the product, right? And so that's a big, big part of that. And so that's basically it. I rambled on again. I'm sorry, guys. My main thing is I'm trying to inspire folks, right? I say this every day and I try and find a different angle and I try and find a different way to say it. But here's the deal. Regardless of what COVID brings to your door, regardless of what, society shuts down, regardless of, Canada's going to close their borders again, the UK is going to lock down businesses. I'm in California. They're threatening to lock everything down in California. And with Biden winning the election, he's already said he doesn't mind shutting the country down for 4 to 6 weeks. So while all this is going on and while people are emotionally taxed with this, I want to encourage you. What are you going to do? How are you going to rise? How are you going to overcome these obstacles? Remember what I said January, February, and March of 2020. I said, remember that every obstacle is an opportunity. You just have to open your mind, open your eyes, and find the opportunity. I pray that that's inspirational to you. I hope that you are looking around right now and you're going, wait a minute, I thought that was a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. I can build off of that. I want you to focus on what your strengths are and find a way to implement yourself as a tool for forward progress, right? And if you can help others along the way, if you can add value to people, that's even more powerful, right? So I think that's all I'm going to do for you guys. And by the way, I changed the camera angle around a little bit today. I just thought I would be a little more natural and hang out in the workspace, and you guys could see it from this side. So hopefully that works too, changing things up. Have yourself a